How's it going? I'm Vic Reynolds with BrewHaHa Tours. Shit. One. I'm Vic Reynolds with BrewHaHa Beer and Comedy Tours LLC. I am the brand manager and director of public relations for this company.
Take 5 because he fucked that up.
We're so far. All right. Hi, I'm Vic Reynolds with BrewHaHa Beer and Comedy Tours. I am the brand manager of public relations and also the head comedian. This is Pete Beer-View, our CEO and founder of BrewHaHa Comedy Tours. And I'll let Pete tell you a little bit about himself so we can go back in time and edit this video and talk about the beer that we've already poured. Pete?
Yes, as Vic has introduced me as well, and also Director of Drinking Operations, I should add.
Director of Drinking Operations, and we won't let you put the initials of that together. Don't do that. Go ahead.
I'm the dodo and the no-no, but anyway. So, what we had just poured a few minutes ago.
We already talked about this. So we can edit.
We can edit.
Yeah,
okay,
we can like chop it.
We're going to edit that part out too. Let's be in the spool reel. Anyway, so what I'm going to tell you about, we already talked about the beer just briefly, but what I did not say about, for the Three Brothers beer that I just poured, it's a bourbon barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. It's actually the vanilla version of it.
Which is subtitle for mostly white people will like it.
Yeah.
It's true. I have business cards.
So anyway, we'll edit you out there too. 13.5% ABV. We went from 8.5 from a wonderful beer from local here, Elworks Brewing Company here in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Love Elworks.
To the Three Brothers, which is out of Harrisonburg, Virginia. Again, 2 Virginia brewery beers. Difference is though, when you drink these beers, guys, when you try these out, even if you don't like it, and I'm going to tell this to Vic because, you know, he's kind of like the wine drinker, where the typical wine drinker, what they'll do is they will, if they don't like it, they'll spit it out in the bucket, which we have a bucket here. It's actually our tip bucket. It's not really designed for doing that. But even if you don't like it, bitch, just swallow. Apparently, it's very strong for some people. It's bourbon barrel aged.
It tastes like bourbon.
It's aged in bourbon.
We have stickers. We have stickers. Whew! That has some stank on it, Lois. Ooh.
That is why it's 13.5.
That's 13.5?
Yeah, we went from 8. I gave you the opportunity. We could have gone from 8.5 to 9.5.
You had options, motherfucker. I hear you. All right, so the good thing is that after you drink a pint of this, you won't give a shit. Like, you won't care. You like it?
I can. Well, I mean, I've had Resolute before. This is the second batch.
Don't get me wrong, it smells
like bourbon because it's aged in bourbon barrels.
Like bourbon and tastes like bourbon mixed in coffee.
It is a stout, so it's because of the dark malts and what they use to brew the beer. It's not for the
Holy shit!
It is a very strong beer. This is the beer that if you have a date with somebody and you just know,
if you're out on a date with a girl and are trying to get laid,
give her the. It's got this subtle vanilla on the back end. You can kind of taste it a
it
little
doesn't
bit.
have any vanilla on the back end. It's all bourbon.
I'll edit that part out because we're trying to promote these guys a little bit.
You taste vanilla?
Be
honest. Be honest.
I know, I do.
Do not give your... first off, first things first, it's a great beer. If you're into a strong, dark beer, oh my God, you will love this. Mm-hmm. If you're basically a vagina on the inside that just happens to have a penis, which is apparently this guy, this beer will knock you on your ass. I'm telling you right now, this is, do not get me wrong, great beer.
Yeah.
Great beer, strong beer. You should probably already be drunk when you're drinking it, which is a good thing for this guy. Because
when he's saying this guy, he's meaning him. Because I have a little more tolerance. You know, normally they say, you know, bigger people have more tolerance, but if you've been training yourself,
that's not true at all.
If you're a professional, like a director of a drinking operations standpoint, see the difference. I know how to sip and enjoy this wonderful Wonderful beverage by
It's awesome.
the Shiflett brothers, like I said.
Shiflett brothers are the shit. Oh my god, that is a really strong beer. I have 4 by 6s. That is a really strong beer. I'm just gonna go through the material that we have to put out.
Yep, you're gonna sleep well tonight.
I'm gonna sleep like a rock.
One thing I want to point out here.
This is the educational part.
A little educational part for
Take D3. This is where we can cut a little bit and edit, and this is like an educational. Don't do this kind of. If you're a beer drinker, don't do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Peter.
So, my mother
What did you do?
My mother called me that once.
Pete.
Once. There you go.
What did you do to your favorite mug that you've had for years?
Actually, it wasn't really my favorite mug. I used to work as a busboy at Outback Steakhouse, and all the.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah. Anyway, great restaurant.
I was a waiter at Red Lobster, which is like the white people's version of where to go when you want to impress someone from your trailer park.
My brother Dave used to be a manager there.
I was a waiter. Fuck off. Okay. Don't try to one up people. It's not flattering. Here's the other half. I'm the yin
To my yang.
to his yang.
So.
Yin and yang. Let's put them together. Hold on.
Woo! Hey.
We're teamwork. However, like all teams, why do you have the bigger one? I'm bigger.
Yeah, but I can handle it better. I got the handle.
But I'm bigger than you.
Yeah. So the point of this whole thing
The point is, Peter, go ahead.
Pete. Anyway, so the
Pete.
point of this whole thing is, yeah, we know a lot of people like to keep their glasses in the freezer. Wrong idea. The reason you don't want to do that is when you take it out of the freezer and you add something colder, a little bit warmer than what the temperature was in the freezer, this is what happens. They split and they break. So if you really want to cool your beverage or your glass rather, and obviously you don't want to pour it into a warm glass, cool it under cold water for a few minutes or put it in the refrigerator. These glasses were in the refrigerator, they were not in the freezer. They were just plenty cold, but they weren't frozen, and they're not going to crack like this. Even though this was a nice, perfect cut. So.
The point of the moral of the story here, people, don't put your shit in freezers unless you want it frozen. Okay? That's a good point, right? Don't put your shit in freezers unless you want it frozen? Dude, that is complete fucking science. I mean...
If you put it in the freezer, it'll crack as soon as you bring it out into the warm air and you pour a beverage in it.
Right, but you're missing the premise of what I said, which was pure science. Don't put anything in the freezer unless you want it frozen.
All right.
It was frozen. Tell me I'm wrong.
Vic has had a lot more beverage than I've had.
Vic has not had a lot more beverage than you have had.